this home mean a lot to me because here is where I grew up. It might not be in a good condition right now, but it was in a good condition where we were living here. Here now is the first shelter for us, where we grow up and we felt protected, where we were family. A lot of us live in this little house here. You know, when you're living in our community, you have people that would want to harm, like the girl, children, them and so on. You had big men who are looking the little young girls, you know, that are underage. But they know of our uncles. And when they know of our uncles, they don't try those things with us because they know that we have people that are protecting us.
It was my rule to take care of them because in them time, neither a grandmother nor a grandfather at home. So it's just me and the other brother. We all go out and work and come in. When they come in, we make sure that they're okay. And where they go, we try to look to see where them is. That's nothing wrong with them. Well, you see, two of them small, you know, and you just don't want them going away, go get hurt and all those. And they can fall down. Because we kind of strict, you know. We're strict and kind of ignorant, like, you know. We have to get ignorant at times to get them stay where we is. So they go out, you know, but then don't go out to make wrong or stay too long there with the back, you know. If they don't come, we're going to go and look for them. They have some boy with them really scared of, you know, because they will want to rape them and all those things. So sometimes when they call to them, they run. They run, leave them and come home. Because them tell we about it, you know, and them tell we in the late part, them tell we, and they tell we how who could have raped them if they know them run and what have you. Yeah, and tell we that. And they might tell you who would have want to hold them down and, you know, a lot of things, man.
Yeah, my uncles were really serious. They didn't play. People in the community know them. Yeah, that they don't put up with foolishness. They don't believe in anyone harming their nieces or their nephews. Because when we were growing up, we did not grow up with fathers. We didn't have fathers. Most of our cousins didn't have fathers. It's like it was a tradition where you grow up and no one has their fathers. So our uncle played those roles, you know. I think that children must grow up with their fathers. I mean, a lot of men is only sperm donors. When responsibility comes, a lot of them run. So you see, parents must make sure their children, when they don't have a father, make sure they have a male that can help them with the male side, you know. Mothers is important because mother play a role also. Yes, mother play a role also. But my mother was the breadwinner. She was the one who had to be at work 24/7. So that's where our uncles have to be protecting us. Yes, because the mother is at work 24/7 working.
Well, I come in like a father to most children. Cause in everywhere I go, even on the road and somebody come and say, they give money or so. I always take out $100. Sometimes I give some people 500, sometimes for 1,000.
I don't think this community was really a violent community. But you know, you have neighbors who would kick off with each other. Like a little argument, you had fist-to-fist fight, you know, you had no knife and you didn't have no cutlass and no gun. They used to use fist-to-fist first time, fist-to-fist fight, and a lot of people don't really even face each other. Some run, you know. There was a time when there were violence, I mean, further down in the community down there, when there would be outsiders that come in, and you have some of them in the community inside here harbor them. There was violence, there was even shooting. 2 of my uncles died. But Uncle Hugo, he still played a role. Yes, he still played a role because he is one of my uncle that is still alive, same way. In Middleton district, I think I feel safer in this community than any other community. You see, because of the country area, I always said that I wanted my kids to grow up in this community. We have a school up by Craigton. When you go out by red light there, we have a school out there. I make all my children go to that school. My mother went to that school, my uncles went to that school, I went to that school, and my children went to that school before they started to go to the high schools in Kingston and those areas. But I think this community is one of the safest communities.
I don't stop protecting kids. I protect kids all the time because I have children. I get children, right? So I take care of my children. I take care of anybody's children. If 6 children in my yard now and I go to the shop, I'm not buying nothing. Can give 2, you know, or give 3, you know. I'm buying for all, and if I'm not buying none for all, I'm not buying none at all. So when I go a hand to everyone, everybody say, thanks, Uncle Yuan.
What I would like to say is that children feel protected when their fathers are there. What we are saying, males, don't abuse the children, protect the children. I grew up without a father. And when I look, I remember I see a situation where 2 children was fighting over something. And the 2 children have different father. So the other child didn't want the other one to touch his things because my father, that's my father by this. My father by this, you know? And I look and I say, you know what? When I decide to have children, all my children got to be by one man. I got to have a husband to be an example, to set an example that all my children, if they are saying, everyone is saying, my daddy. You understand? And the one thing got to share for everybody. A lot of children is in this community. And we want to be an example to these children. We want to help these children. We don't want them to grow up as though a lot of others grow up in this community. So we want to make a difference in this community.